Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Many women will follow a man who is a true leader. Notice I say a true leader, not a dictator. Let me be clear, because there's many men out there who really aren't leaders, but they expect a woman to automatically submit to them. To automatically, just because they're a man. It don't work that way. But the thing is, a woman will submit to and follow a true leader. Shoot, a man will do the same thing, really. Let's be real. Like, people use those terms alpha and beta. Part of what alpha is a leader. Is a leader who's going to lead. A true leader. In fact, I had said before, I said many times, women go crazy over guys who are really leaders. What does a leader mean? A leader, one, sees the path ahead and says, okay, this is the path that we need to follow. A leader will see like things that are coming and say, this is what we're going to do. A leader is, when I talk about the house of the man, is an eagle. An eagle sees the path ahead and knows what to do. Now, the thing is, when you talk about many women want to follow. Many, not all. Let me be very clear on that. Sometimes you're going to get some women who they just have that type of personality or something. We'll leave them to the side. We'll leave them to the side. In fact, I'm going to be real. A lot of them, those are the ones who want to deal with the guy who's going to follow them and everything, even though they don't really like it. But you know what? That's another conversation. That's another conversation. I don't know how to help them. I'm going to just be real with you. But I know how to help men who want to be true leaders, who are true leaders, who want to be true leaders. And, you know, you can't, here's the thing. You can't force a woman. A lot of guys who aren't leaders, who are quite frankly betas, who are quite frankly followers themselves, they want to force a woman to follow them. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. See, for a woman to follow a man, she got to feel like it deep within her. First of all, she got to feel like he's going to take the responsibility to lead, to take care of stuff. And you don't have to ask him. That's one thing. A true leader, they just going to jump up when it's time for them to lead. But also, one thing, a true leader also understands that he is also a servant. How do I explain this? See, he's not a dictator like you do this or that. He's really helping the people. He's really helping the people. And that's even going beyond women. Like, you got true leaders out here. You know, they not even thinking, okay, we need this done. I'm just going to do it. See, one thing a leader is going to do is they just going to do it. They don't need permission. They don't need permission. They don't need like somebody just to automatically cooperate. Hell, they don't even need somebody to cooperate with them, because a true leader is also going to lead themselves. Like on Saturdays, I talk about being a sovereign man. A truly sovereign man is leading himself. He's leading his tribe. He's leading, his household, whatever. He's going to make a decision. He's just going to take over. He's not going to be wishy-washy about it. He's not going to ask the woman permission. He's just going to do it. He's just going to do it. Now, is everybody going to like him? Probably not, until they have some trouble coming up or something of that nature. But we're getting down to that point of many women will follow that type of man. But how many men are doing that? How many men are stepping up to do that? Like when they run into that guy who's a real leader, I'm going to tell you what, with women, they'll test him to make sure he is who he say he is. They see them leading something, they might even fight him at first. But that's really just a test. That's the test to see who he really is. Now, if he really is a leader, he's just going to do, whether that woman is following or not. See, that's the type. He's going to be a doer. He's going to take action. He's going to figure out how to solve a problem. That's a leader. He's going to be a problem solver. He's not going to be sitting there with the woman like, oh, I don't know what to do. He's going to be thinking, oh, okay, this is what I need to do. Like a lot of women, when they talk, they just want to talk about a situation, you know, and then when a leader comes by and says, well, we need to do this and that, sometimes the women will fight against that because they just want to talk. And they'll even say to them, he say, well, I don't want you to solve the problem, I just want to talk about it. And the leader's like, bump that. Here's how you solve the problem. When you're ready to listen, here's what you do, you know? And that's even if the leader is involved with that woman. He's just going to see a problem and just go solve it. He's going to take the lead. He's going to stand up. Now, like I said, many women. Now, a lot of guys will say, well, women don't want that. Women don't want that. And yeah, you're going to get some fighters. But here's what I would argue. A lot of guys aren't leading. Like, this don't mean you got to be and like a leader, let me be clear, don't mean it's some charismatic speaker or something. A lot of these speakers out here really aren't leaders, they're speakers. Sometimes a leader might be quiet and just do what they got to do, you know? They just going to do what they got to do. They could be a quiet leader or whatever. That's the point. They just going to do it. You know, they might not be the best public speaker. And something else too, they might not even look a certain way. They ain't necessarily going to be some, like, you know, handsome man that many men think are like that guy. It'll help if he is, but what if he ain't? See, a leader's just going to do because it's something within him that's just going to say, you know what? I'm going to like step up and do what I got to do. That's the important thing. He's just going to do it. He sees something that needs to be done, he's going to do it. He's not going to hesitate. He's not going to hesitate. In fact, you might not see he's a leader until there is a problem, you know? And like I say, he's not a dictator. He's not going to force anybody to follow him. When you get somebody who's forcing somebody to follow them, that's not a leader. Because, I mean, look, let's be real. Most people, men and women in this society, are built to follow something else. It is what it is. They built for it. They ain't the type who's like when people like, that's why I don't like using that term alpha. I used it earlier just as a reference. People understand that. But an alpha is a leader. And I said, we shouldn't really be using it anyway. Because a lot of people ain't leaders. Just because, and like I said, just because they look good or, you know, they have the trappings, that don't make them a leader. So what? Like, it cracks me up, like, okay, let's use that look good thing. Like thinking, oh yeah, this guy looks so great, this other guy's gonna follow. Anybody who even think that is automatically a follower. Anybody who even think that way is a follower. Just because a guy look a certain way. No, a true leader takes action. A true leader is within their masculinity. Understand that. Like I said, many women, they'll follow a true leader. I got to emphasize that word true. Not all, of course. Not all. Not all, but you know what? They're a special case. You got to lead them to the side. But many men, they got to find it within them to be a true leader. Now, if they not, well, you know what? Every man got it within him. But every man is not exercising it. I'll put it like that. Every man's not exercising it. So that's something to look at. All right. So anyway, that's all I have for right now. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.